Hello, so in this video I'm going to show you how to create level sequences inside of Unreal Engine. This is a project with Open Game Studio called Rollball. Here we have a map called Daniel Evil 1, and I created a sequence. As you can see here, it consists of two cameras and a fade track in between switching the cameras. So now I'm going to show you how to create this inside of Unreal Engine. So let's open up a new map. Now we have Daniel Evil 2, and inside of our content browser we have created this sequencer folder under blueprints just to keep things nice and tidy. So to begin, hit this cinematics tab up at the top, hit add level sequence. It's going to ask you to place the sequence inside of a folder, and you're going to call this Daniel Evil 2 after the map name so that we know which maps are associated with which sequencers. And then inside of our level, we have this Place Actors tab and a Cinematic tab under that. And we're going to drag out a Cinecamera actor into our level, and we're going to find it in the World Outliner, hit F2 to rename it. We're going to call this Camera 1. And then now that we've got that, we are going to reposition this camera to look out at our level. And let's just reposition it. Say, have it looking up at the stairs. Do something like that, and then inside of our sequencer tab that was brought up when we created it, we're going to hit this track button, actor to sequencer, add camera 1. And now you can see it shows the viewport of the camera, and we are going to expand this timeline to 330. So it's going to be 11 seconds since we have 30 frames per second, and 330 divided by 30 is 11. So now we are going to have two cameras in this. The first one is going to last 5 seconds. There's going to be a fade track of a second, and then there's going to be another camera that lasts for another 5 seconds. So we're going to drag this red line out here to the end of our track, drag the camera portion down to 330, like that, and let's reset that back down to 330. And then now at frame 0, I could reset that. Okay. At frame 0, we are going to go to the Transform tab, and we are going to hit this Add a New Key at the current time, and that is going to position our sequence to look at this camera at frame 0. So now we are going to go and slide this tab, the red line, to 150 here. And then we are going to go and reposition our camera to another place inside of the level that we want it to focus on. So let's go to the top of the stairs now. Something like that. Then we're going to go and hit the Transform tab again, and now you can see there's this line that was drawn from the first position to the second position where our camera is going to look at. And now to add a fade track, just hit this track fade track. And 10 seconds before the end of the first camera, we are going to have a fade of 0, meaning there's no fade. And then 10 seconds after, you can type in here 160, we are going to have a fade of 1. So it's going to be fully blacked out. And this fade is going to last for 10 frames. And then at 190, we are going to fade completely back out, and we're going to view our camera. So now we have, if you look at the level, we've got our camera moves, and then it fades, and then it fades back out. So now you're going to add a second camera inside of this level. Let's have it look at a side view of our level. Maybe position it a bit further back and do sort of a side view angle of this level. Let's see. Okay. So now you're going to want to add a camera cut between these two positions at 165. Hit this camera. Actually, first, we have to add this new camera we made. Let's rename it to camera 2. And then we have to add it to the sequencer first. And then at 165, we're going to switch to this second camera. And at 180, which is where the second camera is going to start, we're going to hit this transform tab. And then scroll to the very end of our sequence here at 330. And we're going to reposition our camera once again to do the same thing we did with camera 1. Let's perhaps angle it down a bit and sort of give this back angle of our level. Something like that. And hit this transform tab once again. As you can see at the end, it is a black circle this time instead of a red circle. All we have to do is grab this red line, grab the red line, and just position it one frame after so that it lights up red. And then that will capture the movement of our camera. So now we save our sequencer, and inside of our world outliner, find your level actor sequencer and hit autoplay inside of the details tab. And on the cameras, you want to check or uncheck these constraint aspect ratios, because I'll show you, if you don't, you will have these theatrical lines on the side of your cinematics, which I personally don't like, so I like to get rid of those. And to do that, you uncheck this constraint aspect ratio right here on any of the cameras you've got within your level. So now, if we play this, we've got our sequencer. And that's it for this video. Thank you very much.